Welcome to Armor History Vehicles. I am your host, Antonio, and welcome to the show. Today's episode is a really nice one, well, at least in my mind. We're going to cover a very historical vehicle, a very iconic vehicle. There are plenty of them, but this is perhaps a very interesting one. It is an M47 Patton, and the Patton, this model of the Patton, was present in many armies all over the world, including Portugal. This is not property of a private collection. This comes out of the estate from the Portuguese Army. This is an ex-army vehicle. And this one, I've accompanied the story of this particular vehicle for a couple of years now. I saw it in the workshop. I saw it completely dismantled, unpainted. It was being prepared. It was being repaired. It was completely dismantled. It was like, I don't know, a full-blown mechanical shop. Everything spread all over the place, completely offset. Today, in the present, it's painted. It works. It has been on several events, several shows. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Let's just watch the video I've made last year during my summer visit to Portugal, and we'll see this thing working, the engine work, and it's loud, really, really loud. It does not want to work at this point. João Freitas, the driver and one of the mechanics, he gave it a couple of boosts, a couple of efficiency boosts to make the engine and the valves, the cylinders, everything work, but still, it didn't want to. Nah, not happening. Not today. Nah. There are a couple of interesting stories mixed when I shot this video. The guy just on top of the tank. It was a retired officer. And particular story. It was stationed in Israel. He worked for the Israeli Defense Forces. He's now retired. Since then, he went back to Portugal. It's a pretty cool story of its own. But let's continue with the tank. I mean, they're both João Freitas, the driver, and the guy on top of the tank. They're discussing what's going on, what they can do to make it work. And it's not having any of it. The tank does not want to work. No, not really. Almost. So the guys tried to make the tank work for a couple of minutes. I would say something like 15 minutes. That I was going around the tank watching and film it, and the guys was desperately trying to make it work for about something like 15 minutes or so. But it was still not having it until it budged. It had received a couple of boosts, not having it still, but then. And João actually said to me, like, Antonio, don't stand in the back of the tank. Get to the side. Do not stand on the bank. Why? I was just about to find out. And I mean, it's loud. It's really, really loud. I was standing right sort of on the side of the back of the tank. I went further around on the outside of the Ford Mutt to get a better view. And this thing is loud as hell. It's incredibly loud. Jesus. It's an incredible loud tank. The story of this particular vehicle means that it was stationary something like around 40 years without being used. There was water out inside the engine and so it was completely non-functional. And and the crew from this association, which I know a few of them personally, I mean, these guys did a hell of a job, an incredible, fantastic job, reviving this tank not just outside of it, internally as well, the engine components as well. It's still, from the last time I talked to one of the crew members, it said that the tank was still having engine problems. It would simply not start when it should. There were still a few engine problems as well. And since then, I believe they went and tried to sort it out. Um, Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying until the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed. Please consider subscribing or leaving a like if you have not already done so. And I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.